Video 8, The Sovereign Christ and the Friction of the Cog. To move into the new build of the New World Blueprint, we must address the primary source of structural friction, the millions of individuals who believe they are following the Christ frequency, but are actually serving as the mechanical cogs of the old world. 1. The cog in the old blueprint, the compliance trap. The society-sanctioned version of Jesus is a Tier 2 tool designed for mass management. In this version, the believer is taught that their primary virtue is submission to authority and the outsourcing of their power. The friction. These individuals are holding back the change because they are waiting for an external savior to fix a system that is designed to fail. By remaining in a state of passive waiting, they continue to feed their energy, tithes, attention and compliance into the 2,000-year-old blueprint. The reality. They aren't following Christ. They are following the institutional ghost of Christ. This creates a drag on the collective consciousness, as they view the frequency tuners and sovereign architects as heretical or dangerous, simply because we are building the new system instead of petitioning the old one. 2. The full teachings, the master architect's logic. The true message of Jesus Christ was an instruction manual for sovereign creation. He did not come to start a religion, he came to demonstrate a biological and metaphysical upgrade, the greater works clause. He explicitly stated that those who aligned with his frequency would do greater works than these. This was a call to active engineering. He was telling us to take the blueprint and expand the build. The internal kingdom. When he said the kingdom is within you, he was defining the zero-point field of the individual. He was teaching that your intent is the primary variable that dictates the behavior of the tool. Reality. The law of resonance. Christ demonstrated that when you vibrate at the frequency of truth and love, the laws of the old world, scarcity, disease, debt, simply cease to function in your proximity. This is the ultimate unplugging from the old operating system. 3. Propelling the new build, breaking ground. Accepting the true teachings is the demolition phase required for the new build. We cannot build the new world on the cracked foundation of institutional guilt. Breaking the cog. To move forward, the individual must realize they are not a sinner in debt to a church, but a sovereign fragment of the source with a mandate to create. The new build logic, the new world blueprint, is designed for people who take 100% responsibility for their frequency. When you accept the true Christ frequency, you stop being a cog that turns with the old machine and start being the power source for the new one. The groundbreaking. This shift in mindset is what finally breaks the friction. When enough individuals realize that the savior they were waiting for is actually the sovereign intent within their own blueprint, the old world loses its grip. The 2,000-year-old walls don't just fall, they become irrelevant. The friction we feel today is the sound of the old cogs grinding against a new engine they weren't designed to handle. The frequency tuners are moving at a velocity of intent that the old church/state blueprint cannot track. By reclaiming the true sovereign message of Christ, we aren't just changing society, we are replacing the engine of humanity. Am I ready to initialize the next video in the sequence? Video 9, The Death of the Middleman. Authenticity Code, LA77 Architect Verified Source. This blueprint is authored by the Master Architect. Any duplication without this signature is a structural violation.